Hello, Aries, and welcome to your Astrology for Growth reading for this month. This is a reading designed to show you where your energy is, show you what lessons your soul and higher self wants you to be accomplishing at this time, and any other information that wants to come through to help you. If you would like, feel free to check out the description below. There's links to the extended readings, to private readings, my website, and any other information you might want to have. Thank you again so much for supporting this channel. I want to get started with your cards, and I'll show them to you as I'm talking about them. My setup is going to be changing hopefully soon, and we'll have a better setup where you can actually see everything at once while I'm drawing it for you. But for now, this is what we have. All right, so main lesson, the world. We've got also the Knight of Water, the Elder of Water, Page of Fire, a lot of court cards, and the Ten of Air. I also have for the environment around you the King of Swords with the Prince of Swords. So in the space, in the environment around you, there's a lot of ideas happening, and there's some ideas that people are really putting into action very quickly, and there are others that I feel like they're being held back a little bit, in that people are thinking about them a bit more, or maybe they're even secretive. They're just not letting these out. But the push right now for you and everyone in your environment is to put plans into action, but to make sure that everything is balanced, fair, and aligned with truth. So this isn't impulsive action based on what I personally feel. This is action taken because it's the right action. And what's interesting is in your feeling or in your emotional, I want to say quadrant, we've got the Ten of Air, which Aries, this has to do with letting go, but understanding that it's time to really release an emotional attachment to someone. That your emotional attachment to this person has resulted in you becoming very drained, very not yourself. And I want to also say that this has affected your confidence. It's feeling like being with this person or giving a lot of energy and time to this person undermines your natural sense of power, sense of what you're able to accomplish. So this is why I feel like your environment feels a bit airy right now, that it's just a lot of swirling energy, but not necessarily action in the right place. And we've got the Knight of Water crowning the mind. And so this definitely looks to me like breakup energy, because the Knight of Water is going into the deep emotions about what happened. And what's interesting is you've got your thought and your emotions flipped. So you've got a water card, which is emotions in your thoughts, but in your actual emotions, you've got an air card, which are thoughts. So you've got water in the air and air in the water. There's a little bit of a backwardsness in this. So you're thinking, your mind is consumed with a lot of emotion. Your mind is very preoccupied with a lot of emotion. But then emotionally, you're feeling like, it's just time to be done. But I think your mind is going around and around and around saying, I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. Even though emotionally you feel like, no, this is the end. And there's a couple other influences going on in your reading right now. In your actions, we've got the Elder of Water, and she comes in as a very blessed kind of calming energy. So this might be that actually having this ending going on with these two cards, that you're actually coming to a place where you're feeling a bit more even, a bit more tempered, and you're willing to listen. It's almost like a little bit of your fire has been put out, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's causing you to listen a bit more. It's causing you to diffuse some of the usual drama that's coming, that usually happens. There's something else coming through with this. What's coming through with this Elder of Water? You're also engaged in putting out fires outside of you. So perhaps that's okay. This is starting to make a little bit more sense. The reason why the air was in the water and the water was in the air before, the switching of these two energies, is because you're not really having a lot of time or space to go in there and kind of mess with them because you're so busy putting out fires here. You're so busy trying to keep everyone else on an even keel, on a harmonious way of being with each other. You're just trying to keep that under control. And so there isn't a lot of space for the inner journey. Interesting though, because we've got the Page of Fire in your Earth quadrant, which means that you're actually about to embark upon a very busy, productive time. This is actually a really nice energy to have here. So I'm a little confused as to why you've got the World as your theme card and then the Page of, because we've got this two kind of light and fire going on. So let me just ask for a second what's happening. What is going on with this? Okay, so this is about choices. That if you can choose to see yourself as whole, to feel like you've got that whole world, you know, you've got everything you need inside you, even though you have felt it's time to move on from this relationship. And, you know, this is a general reading. I really am very cautious about touching relationships in general readings because it's so different for every single person. And we could even be talking about romantic or friendship or otherwise. But, you know, I was feeling breakup energy here. And sometimes when we get lost in that breakup energy, it feels like we're missing something. But what I feel here is that you're actually coming back to wholeness. And that is really the challenge throughout this time for you, Aries, is seeing yourself as whole, seeing yourself as having everything you need, and really realizing that the other person was not making you whole, or that relationship was not making you whole. This is a different kind of energy that you're being shifted towards. And I think this is also why you're about to embark on a pretty busy, fruitful time. This is a strong card. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of things to do. And part of that is to help you build up that sense of self again, build up that sense of self-worth. All right, let me ask where we're going to go with the extended reading so you have an idea of what you might be getting into. Where does this reading want to take us for the extended? So we need to go deeper into the emotional side of things. We need to see what else is happening there. We're also going to expand this message of the world. This was your central theme, central message. So we're going to start those two places and then see what happens. So if you'd like to follow me over there, please feel free. All you have to do is click on the description, and the first link that you see takes you to the extended. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again very soon.